What up guys, it's Alex. Today I want to show you guys how to set up a big lens, or box lens as they call it in the broadcast world. I have all the stuff ready to go. Our Vinten tripod, which they call sticks or legs, you know what I mean. Head, our head pan and tilt head, Vinten. Our Canon lens supporter, which is going to support this guy. Our big lens, a Canon 60 by, it's kind of heavy. And of course, our body, our camera body, is going to be a Sony HSC 100R, you know, broadcast full HD camera. And let's get it going. Let's get our tripod. Sometimes it gets stuck in these. Here we go. I got my bubble facing me. Get these little latches down here. Helps them from not spreading randomly. Then I spread my legs all the way to get the leg spreader all the way flush down to the floor. Unlock my locks to pick it up. These all have notches 1 through 9 for a height level. I like it at 8. Sometimes your sport or whatever you're shooting might require you to go at 9 or 10 or whatever you need to get over a fence or a rail. Sometimes you might need it lower. Always, it might change all the time. So I put each of my legs at 8 and lock it down. My bubble is a little off, so I'm gonna fix this guy. And there you go, it's a little bit better. From there, I'm going to grab my lock for my head. This head is gonna come with a notch on the bottom. That's the notch right there, which is gonna need to line up with this notch right here. So you want that notch to line up with this notch. Sometimes if I don't know where it's at, I just throw the head right on top and I swivel the head until that notch lands in that right spot. Boom, it landed right there, notch to notch, right here. Now I get my lock. It's gonna righty tighty on the bottom. Sometimes it's a little tight to get it in here. Once in, righty tighty. And you're locked in there. That's the lefty, righty. We're good. Now, these are your head locks, left and right. So I'll just swivel this to get to me. Then I pull this out to disengage the lock to put the supporter on there. So this is engaged right there, disengaged. Here with my Canon lens supporter, it's going to be a triangle to triangle situation. This triangle has to slide into here. Nice. Slide it right in there. Then you engage this lock. Here you are. So you're locked up. Your head is locked up. Your lens supporter is locked. You're ready to go. What I do now is I pan over the supporter towards me where I want it to line up when I get my big lens right over here. The big lens is gonna have to line up right on top of this notch right here. Land it, then you lock it right here with this guy. Then you use some of this right to go up, left to go down, to lay it right on top to support it. It's another supporter. This is the connection right here that will be behind the big lens. So here we are, the big lens. What I do, I grab it left and right, I get it closer to me. And of course, don't ever do this alone. It's a heavy, it's probably the heaviest part of the big lens. And if you need someone, ask someone for help. Someone could be on the left side, someone could be on the right side, 1, 2, 3, and you go up. But for me, myself, and I could do it right on top of my shoulder here. So what I do is, since we're facing this way, I want the lens to face that way. I want to have it ready, so when I'm in there, I land it pretty flush as possible. And here it is. So you're gonna want that notch right here to land with this notch right here. You want this notch and this connection to land in this notch right here and that connection. So I unlock that. I'm ready to go. What I do here, grab my big lens, nice and steady. There we go. So I lock it up. Raise up my bar so it could touch here. Give it some support. When I look this way, you can see it right here. My notch is lined up. My notch is lined up. It's nice and flush until this part right here, which is fine because it's a little space, but that's all flush and you're looking good. Of course, lens cap. Now that we got to the, I think the hardest part, I believe, we got to put the body on there. Couple things to do here. Got the body, got your plate. You want your plate, the back notch, to line up with this notch right here, and you're gonna slide it in. Another triangle situation here. Boom, you're in. Once you get here to this part, you want to connect your cord first, I believe, because it's going to be a little tight. So you got an arrow and you got an arrow. It's like a 12-pin male into a female. Don't force it. Don't ever force a connection if you don't need to. Just gradually circle around the connection until it falls into place. And look at the arrows, you know, look around, look at the arrows. Motorcycle. Cool. So my arrow is to my arrow and we're locked in. If I need to disconnect it, I would grab this sleeve up, pull it up, and gently release the cord. So this sleeve right here, pull down and pull the cord out. Never force something, just take your time. Now I'll probably grab, well, I will take off my lens caps on both ends of the camera and the lens. This latch right here will be facing up. Once you go down, it's gonna lock that into place. So up is open, down is closed. There I go, I find it, then I lock it. And it's a tight view, it's hard to see here, but once I get it into play, it's locked in. And I'll show you guys another view to the other camera and another lens so you can get a better view of it. Now that my lens and body are locked in, I'm going to lock this guy to the plate. Swivel that screw into one of the big holes of the plate. You're locked in, then you swivel this circle plate onto it, second lock, and then lock this guy in, and there we are. So we got our big lens, our connection from the big lens to the camera. It's there. You don't gotta squeeze your fingers in there, it's already there. You're locked in down here on your plate, and you're also locked in from lens to the body. So here we are. That's pretty good. You put your lens caps together. I place it like right here next to the camera, so I have it ready to go at the end, ready to wrap it up. What I'm going to do now is grab the arms. My arms for the focus and zoom module. Got one. Got two. Grab your items for your zoom and focus controls. So your zoom control is going to have this extra connection right here. So find its gears, find the teeth, find its teeth, and screw on. Don't worry about that. We'll get it next. This ring is going to go right in here, which is going to be another lock to this arm. So you slide, this is, there you go, slide that, that's going to lock it in. And this is your zoom module, your zoom control. Everyone sets it up differently, and that's fine. I like it a little bit high, the arm itself. Then I lower down this right here. So when I come, my palm lands right here, and my thumb controls the zoom. Left to zoom out, right to zoom in. You got your extender, your ×1, ×2. You got your engineering controls. And down here, underneath your fingers, you got your returns and your intercom controls. Return button number 1 is your return 1, which you can see your program, whatever is coming out from the truck. And your return 2, your intercom button. It opens up your headset to talk back to the truck. These could be set to different arrangements, every camera, every truck. So if you work a gig, you want to get there early, 30 minutes early, of course. Get there early, get to your camera position and check it out. Make sure how the functions work. Maybe the zoom is inverted. You never know, and you got to get used to it, you know, when you start practicing. So there I am, ready to go. My palm, my thumbs, zoom left and right, controls the extender, controls the intercom, my fingers control it all. Now, our focus control. Here we are. I'm gonna bring up this arm a little bit higher. Because like I said, everyone does it different, but I'm just showing you the way I do it, how I feel comfortable, how I knock it out. Nice. And this is how I like my focus controller. So for my focus controller, my palm right on the arm and my fingers on the focus, left and right, left and right. Especially with these big lenses, you might be zooming into the max length, and the focus will be very, very sensitive. So you might not even need to do much. Very little, very to left, to the right. And that's how I control it. My palm right here, my fingers on the focus control. So we're good there. Now we just got to get to the cords. So here we are. Your zoom control, servo. It's gonna come with 12 like little pins, sleeve that pulls back just like the big lens to the body cord. There's an arrow facing up to the body. Wiggle it in, and there you are. Like I said, don't ever force anything. If these 12 pins aren't lining up, then just slowly circle the port until it falls in, And there you go. To release, you grab the sleeve, pull it up, and pull the cord out slowly. Cable management, you want to make sure you look kind of good, doesn't look all sloppy, you know, nice, a little bit clean. And here you are, servo control, your zoom control right here. So what I do is same thing, find its ports, then you righty tighty, lefty loosey to unloosen, then you slowly wiggle out. To place in, wiggle in, righty tighty. You're locked in. You're locked in and ready to go for zoom in. There you go, right there. For your focus is gonna have like a flat head type thing going on. That flat head is gonna fit straight into your focus control and your focus port on your big lens. You know what I mean? But there's a trick you could do. If you don't gotta look and find that straight flathead, sometimes you just put this flathead anywhere you want inside this hole, and if it doesn't line up right away, put it in the hole, then you wiggle your focus control. As you can see right there, I put it in randomly, it didn't line up, then I wiggled left and right my focus and it lined up. So now it's in there. Now you just gotta righty tighty and lock it in. Same with locking anything in. These are sensitive threads. If you feel it's a little crooked, you feel like it's not going righty tighty, just unloosen it, go back in, try to make it flush, take your time. Same thing in here. Once you get to the port right here, same thing, you just throw this flathead inside the port, and I didn't even get it in yet. I move my focus left and right until it gets in there, and there it is. It went straight into its slot, its flathead slot easily. Righty tighty onto the thread. But like I said, if it doesn't want to go in on the thread, take your time, release it, pull it out, and restart. There you go. It's a big rod. It's a big like metal rod. Like I said, a flathead on both ends, and it just moves that focus in the big lens left to right. So there it is. Your controls, focus controls, your zoom control, your cords to the big lens are connected. It's all ready. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Super quick. Here we are. Monitor time. Monitor for your camera. Another triangle to triangle situation. So this triangle will lead right in here. If you look up on the body, triangle to triangle. So if you look and this is facing this way, it's not going to work. So triangle to triangle, slide it in. Your hook, your click. There you go. Here we go. Now that we're here, kind of same situation. This is like has oddly different amount of pins in this one, but same thing. Just the port for your monitor is gonna be right here. VF, face it away, right in. No lefty or loosey, just right in. It fits, slides right in. But it has to slide it right in. If it doesn't slide it right in, that means you got it the wrong direction or whatever it may be. Same on this end. Let me show you guys right here. Slides right in. And there's an arrow on the top. And there you go. That's your monitor connection. So your monitor from your body of your camera to your monitor, so you could see what you're shooting. There you go. And last but not least, your headsets. Headset right there. Right here you got your intercom, 5-pin female on the camera body. So you should have a 5-pin male headset. Goes right in. There you go. You got your intercom volume right here. This is what you hear inside the truck, director, producer, blah blah blah. And your program volume. This is what you're gonna hear, your program feed going out from the broadcast you're going to hear it into your headset as well. And that's program number 1. To turn on your mic for your headset, you would hit mic on or mic off. And you leave this latch in the middle because you want to be able to control your headsets through this button on your zoom module as well, your zoom control. There's a button. Leaving that latch on the middle will allow you to open up your mic whenever you press this button. And when you on the monitor, you'll see mic open. So there you are. And just to complete the whole connection from the big lens camera to your IO box or to your truck, you want to learn how to connect the camera as well. So here at AggieVision and MSU, we're still using Triax coaxial connection. No SIM feed, no fiber. I think it's reliable because it's pretty strong. I'm able to fix it here at the shop right away, and it's pretty strong for the students because we're all learning here, and the students, you know, they're learning how to wrap cable and cable management. So this is a great cord for us. On my end of the cord, it's going to be a female end. On the camera end, it's going to be a male end because you're sending this data out to your IO box or to your truck, to your control center. So what I do is I just slide right in, boom. No twisting or turning, just right in. Make sure it's nice and flush. To release it, you would pull this sleeve up, and I use my 3 fingers, 2 thumbs and 1 finger, and then with my palm, I release it down. I pull it down. Pulling this up makes these teeth flush right here. See if you can see it on my camera. So pulling this up makes those teeth flush right there, and that's how you're able to release your Triax. So right in, and to release, I use my thumb and my finger and this thumb, pull up, then I pull down with my palm. There you go. And at the truck end, you're going to have a male end of the Triax cable. Your male end is always going to come to your control center, to your IO box that looks kind of like that, or your truck, directly to the truck. So here we're going to connect it directly to the truck, male end of the Triax into the female end of the truck. Straight, same thing, straight in. There you go. No twisting and turning too much or nothing, just straight in. Make sure it's nice and flush. And to release, you got to pull this sleeve back and you pull this cord out. I use 2 hands, but right here I should be able to do it with 1 hand. So I, with like these 3 fingers, I grab the sleeve and I start pulling out, and I pull the whole cord with my palm. So in, to release the Triax from the truck, these 3 fingers pull that sleeve out and pull the whole cord out. You need to release these teeth right here to pull it out. So by pulling this sleeve right here back, it releases these teeth and make them flush. Woo! So 5 full items to create the big lens, the box lens, your tripod legs, your head, your pan and tilt head, your lens supporter. It's gonna support not just only your lens, but your body. Then of course you got your box lens, whatever it may be. I've seen many sizes and all that good stuff. And of course your body, many different bodies out there in the world, but this is what we have at my station, and this is what we use. So I hope you were able to learn how to build a box lens, a big lens, and I hope you take it to the next gig and get set to rock and roll on that camera hopping. Till the next time, peace.